17-year-old creates the largest COVID-19 tracker in the world, rejects $8 million to place ads on the website. There's not much I wouldn't do for $8 million.
I wonder if he'll ever regret it. Takes some courage to turn down $8 million at 17. But with his capabilities I'm sure he'll work with a top organization in no time. Edit. This post hit 100k upvotes in 7 hours and this thread blew up too. Thanks so much for the support, and of course props to this 17-year-old. He's going to places I will never see. Smile.
Yeah, trading the best years of his life for hopes of one day saving a small portion of that money is totally worth it. This kid will work for the next 50 years and is very unlikely to ever accumulate that much wealth, despite toiling for 40+ hours each week. If your teen years wind up being the best years of your life, I feel bad for you. Those and my early 20s were some of my worst, but I spent them laying the foundation for my life now, which is better than it's ever been. If I could go back, it would be to try harder.
Well, that gives me hope, lol. Edit. Well, this thread blew up. Just wanna thank everyone for their advice. I'm hitting my mid-20s now and been running my family business for about 4 years now. Before that I probably lost a decade due to depression. So yeah, it's nice to know things get better. I hope I can continue to feel better and experience more. Make up for all that lost time in a way.
Trust me when I tell you this, it gets better. I was bullied severely throughout school and hated my life up until the day I left school. My life has been better every single year since then, and that was over a decade ago. The only people that I know that reminisce about school being the best time of our lives are people that peaked in high school and amounted to absolutely nothing. I speak to maybe 2 people from high school still, and the rest I have virtually zero contact with. Ignore the haters, study hard and be kind to others, and you won't look back once you leave.
I think the reason people say that high school and college are the years of their lives is because of how much free time and friends you find yourself with while also having such little responsibilities. As life goes on, you start a career, a family, buy a house, etc. You have much less time, much more responsibility, people who rely on you, etc. I think the later stage of your life is much more fulfilling overall, but when people talk about the best years of their lives they are thinking about how all they had to was go to class, work their mindless minimum wage job 25 hours a week for rent and beer money, and then the rest of their time was free to hang out with their friends, chase girls/boys, and pursue their hobbies.
And 'cause it's honestly a pretty good time if you're a social person.
If you're a social person and the other social people don't reject you. The people at my high school really made me an outcast, and I wondered if it was a problem with me or not. Starting from day one of college my life was completely different and I had no problem making friends and being social. Sometimes teenagers are just really shitty and decide to be that way altogether and to keep at it for years.
8 mil at a 2% rate in a saving account is $160,000. That's about 4 times 2.6 times what me and my wife make now. If you don't blow it, that's more than enough to be set for the rest of your life.
Even if you don't need the money, I'm pretty sure the net goodness in the world would increase if he just donated it to a food bank.
Just donate half, and you're still set for life. Frankly, it's downright stupid to turn down at least some advertising. If he really doesn't want the money, set it up to send the revenue to charities assisting with COVID.
Like a proper 17-year-old, doesn't know the stupidity of his money-related actions until some years later.
My guy, there is no way I'm not taking 8 mil, like why turn it down? For clout? Does clout pay for anything?
His mom is a physician. I bet his dad makes great money too. Not saying he's not smart, that's obviously not the case, but he really doesn't grasp the value of money, having never had to struggle and coming from a well-to-do family. Look at his rig, king-size bed. Kid comes from money.
Frankly, it's downright stupid to turn down at least some advertising. If he really doesn't want the money, set it up to send the revenue to charities assisting with COVID.
Like a proper 17-year-old, doesn't know the stupidity of his money-related actions until some years later.
My guy, there is no way I'm not taking 8 mil, like why turn it down? For clout? Does clout pay for anything?
His mom is a physician. I bet his dad makes great money too. Not saying he's not smart, that's obviously not the case, but he really doesn't grasp the value of money, having never had to struggle and coming from a well-to-do family. Look at his rig, king-size bed. Kid comes from money.
I'd blow patient zero for $8 million. People in his generation, including me, hate ads, what they do, and what they stand for. Plus, it seems gross to put ads on his website considering the content and the climate. Edit, we should all donate to this cool fool. Here's the link from his website https://inkovs2019.live/ to support him at https://ko-fi.com/u1e71gq8n.
Do we? I mean, I understand not liking them, but if it's not for a product that is outright a scam, that's an entire shitload of money to say no to. I admire the conviction, but
it's weird that our generation, Gen Z, seems to really root for content creators getting sponsorships, which are literally just ad reads. I use uBlock Origin on my PC and pay for YouTube Premium, since I mostly watch on my phone, so I don't think I've seen an actual ad in years. I don't really know if I have a main point here, but yeah, I don't really mind sponsorships as long as they aren't sketchy.
Good. Always been exhausted with my millennials, being so hostile to easily avoidable ads. If I can skip 30 seconds ahead in a podcast, or pay $2 more a month to have a service drop ads, or it's just floating on the side of the website. Get paid, man. If an ad for something you actually need pops up, then there you go. If not, ignore them. Someone avoiding potentially millions in income at 17 for the equivalent of banner ads is idealistically stupid in my mind. Good for him, I guess, if he feels it's immoral, but definitely mildly questioning his judgment.
I call shenanigans on that whole rejecting the money thing. It makes no logical sense, especially if he wants to play the righteous card. He could accept it and donate it to any organization fighting the virus. He could accept it and give it to his parents to help them in the difficult times that are now. But most importantly, I'm supposed to believe a teenager doesn't want to retire at 17? Sure. Most likely there was no offer at all and he's actually fishing for one that way.
8 meters for ads. I'm pretty sure those ads will be annoying.
That's what I thought. And he probably didn't want his website to be covered in bullshit is all. Lol.
If you like the content, then like and subscribe for more.